It's bigger. Okay, checking the mic. Try the mic here. I seen it. Yeah, okay, we got it on. All right. Be on in about a minute here, guys. That's good. Okay, I guess we're close enough to 9:15 here. I want to get started because we got a lot to go through today. Uh, Lots of earnings. A lot. When I say a lot, I mean a lot. Tremendous amount of earnings this morning, and also some stuff to talk about that are happening after the bell today. Only going to go to 10:30, just because it's a little bit harsh on my voice here. I'm trying to save it, so we're going to start doing 10:30. Hope we can do every single day here. I'm dealing with a little bit of a cold, but should be okay to get through this. Let's get going here right away with Meta. Okay, and we can see, I mean, just going by normal ranges, it doesn't move for a $600 stock. It does not move as much as you think it would, but looking way the heck up today. It's a new high. Like, again, I like doing that. No, it isn't quite, but I have it going up that way if in fact it gets going. So I thought I'd at least bring that up. But Meta off of like $6 worth of range yesterday. I want to say I'm getting to it right now. Give me a second here. Just going off my phone is a pain in the foot. All right, a little wrong there. $11 worth of range yesterday. Still not a lot for a high $600 stock. Anyway, the point being, it's up over $60 today from the prior close. Okay, and I've Meta this morning, pricing it very wide up based on this. Meta thinking 656.69 as my initial purchase at 773.35 to short it. Okay, so again, that's 656.69 at 773.35 to short it. And again, these represent me segmenting in, so that doesn't represent the be all end all as far as purchases or shorts go. Plan is always to ease into these things, either third position at a time or quarter position at a time, but trade it though. Trade it. Think of yesterday. Kind of alluded to yesterday and the holy crap situation with Carvana, where it moves so much, and actually wound up after I left, you guys wound up with 14 trades in it, and actually 13 of them were good, worked out. The only other trade was Seagate, was a short in Seagate, but crazy day there. But we'll cover that in a bit. Next earnings piece is Southwest Air, LUV. Okay, only reason to be involved today is the earnings. All right, stock is up $2.50. Okay, trading 43.47. I'm thinking 39.13 for initial purchase at 46.32 to short it. Okay, so trying to be quick here. So keep up. We got a bunch to go through as we got about 11 minutes and change here before the market opens. Tesla again with earnings. Now they're I just heard on TV that they're cutting back on car production. They're going to be a robot company. All right. Now, if that isn't the Jetsons, I don't know what the hell is, what we're getting to here, but craziness. Anyway, the stock is up $6 or so, trading 437.59. All right. This morning in Tesla, after it hasn't moved a lot past few days, I'm 405.01 to buy it at 42.99 to short it. So expecting more, expecting moves here. You got to play these earnings situations, like, they're going to move for real. Okay, just saying, and we get that. Not even if you're a little bit off, a lot of times they're still tradable, and that's the great thing about these things. Even if you miss the first quick up down kind of move that we look for here. Okay, Caterpillar after earnings is up 15 points or so, trading 658.98 right now. I have it 610.81 to purchase it, at 691.74 to short it. IBM, after not moving for a few days, another one, where range has dried up, which is one of the reasons why I haven't been following it as much, but still try to keep track of it with you guys. Still have it, on my list. Trading 316.60, that's up 22 points. I have IBM this morning, 282.55 to buy it, at 351.32 to short it. RCL, Royal Caribbean. Again, these are all earnings situations this morning, and quite a few, like I said. RCL, waiting on it here. Still waiting on it here, apparently. TikTok RCL, here we go. Okay, so after the earnings, up $20, looking 311.57 in the pre-market. I have it 284.69 to buy it, at 337.54 to short it. And again, all these moves are based upon stuff I've seen before. I've seen things move a lot, on these days. Dow Chemical, DOW, not something we would normally be involved in, other than the earnings are out. Yesterday had a range of $1. Trading a little bit down, 27.06. I have it 25.27 to buy it, at 30.01 to short it. NOW, Service Now. Come Service Now. So wait, you're not okay. So off a bit after the earnings, trading 122.48. That's down $7 as initial purchase, at 1716. Okay, so is off about $35. Trading LVS, Las Vegas, got 9 minutes. Cents. I have it rather trading 56.69 right now. L3 Harris, 353.80 right now. I have it 318.13 to buy it, at 372.12 to short it. Honeywell, HON. Got a couple more here before we get to relative strength plays. Okay, so I got a couple more relative strength plays. I just want to check on one thing here, guys. Hang on. That's Honeywell. I'll check what's going on with the stream. Me going back and forth for some reason. I don't know why. Okay, apparently we're okay. I went back to there. Okay. Drip says I'm okay, so I think I'm okay. Hope I'm okay. Thank you, Drip. Honeywell, like I started to say, trading right around 220. Have it 203.52 at 237.94. Can't remember the last time I traded Honeywell, but I guess we'll see how that goes. Again, priced out. Yesterday's range, $5. This morning, have it way wider than that. International Paper IP, which reminds me of a silly joke when I was a kid, but I'm going to skip it to save you guys the chuckle. or the non-chuckle. Anyhow, up 50 cents, trading 42, looking 42 as we get closer to the open. I have a 37.75 to buy it, at 47.48 to short it. Lockheed Martin, LMT. Waiting on it, and still very cold Vermont, southern Vermont. Lockheed Martin up almost $18 this morning, trading 615.10. I have it 579.92 to buy it, at 676.30 to short it. It must have come off a little bit that I'm looking to short it there. Anyway, it's a new high there. Let's get right into our relative strength plays here. Seagate. Remember, I said I was going to add Seagate and Western Digital to our full-time list, or my full-time list. Hopefully you guys have a list too, and they don't have to be as long as mine per se. All right, just try to have at least between 5 and 10, let's say. Okay, that would be ideal. I see it's off. I saw it trading 447 earlier, but anyway, this morning, and remember, relative strength plays are good till 11 o'clock. All right, so I have it as relative strength buy. Look at the first purchase, 424.41, and I have it to short all day at 489.61. And I have 4 other relative strength plays. They're all shorts. Charter, CHTR. Okay, which sloped down. Remember, just missed that relative strength short here yesterday. Okay, we had been close, and then it kind of hung around and faded in the last couple of hours of the day. Looking 181 this morning. I have 189 to short it, 173.42 to purchase it. Again, 189 is good for this morning. MongoDB, MDB. I'm going to see it went out pretty poorly as well. Waiting on it here, and it's looking lower. Was looking lower to the extent that I don't know if there's news going on. I didn't see anything, but it's looking a lot lower as I'm waiting on it. TikTok. Here we go. All right, yeah, looking 396.31. I have now 397 or so. I have it at 421.34 to short it because I'm not sure what's going on, and I know it can move. So still have it out there as a morning short, but being careful. And I'm 369.70 to buy it, again, because I'm not really sure what the heck gives here. Okay, Oracle, as we see, went out poorly. Trading 171 or so. I have it 179.62 to short it this morning. I'm 157.28 to buy it all day. And Palantir, PLTR, which I did not trade yesterday. And sometimes I don't because do not see moves that are that tremendous, but it did move okay yesterday. Look it up a little bit, 158.43. I'm at 168.63 to short it. I'm 147.73 rather to purchase it, and that is good all day. I want to flip through a couple of these stocks. We got a little less than 3 minutes here. Flip through a couple of stocks that I normally follow. First of all, First Solar, because was looking down. And again, I don't know why, and I put news, and I wasn't sure, but saw it was down, looking 230, looking down almost $20. So I have a 208.86 to purchase it, at 253.22 to short it. I didn't see any news. Doesn't mean there isn't something going on there. Take a sip of coffee. Excuse me a second. But something's happening, so I have it a little bit wider out. So that'll be something I want to watch right away. Should be making a note right there. Almost out of room on my sheet here immediately. Okay, a little less than 2 minutes here before we start. I want to look at Micron, another new high. Another day in Micron, another new high. Here we go. Looking 440, looking a little bit lower than it was. And it's still, in fact, would be a new high. Yep. As opposed to yesterday's new high. A new high. Anyway, I have Micron 402.30 to purchase it, at 467.48 to short it. So I'm wide there on purpose. Got to look Carvana. Now I get the symbol wrong. Okay, there was a huge move in Carvana after a short position was revealed by forget whom, but that slide picked up stock, on little hit and run plays on the slide, and missed a few too because they are close. And you guys know I cancel stuff when it gets close. Anyway, it's looking 430 right now. I'm way wide here, way wide here. 367.68 to buy it at 474.57 to short it. But I'll still have eyes on it. Maybe there's some trades can be done here. Some smaller trades, which would make them real small trades. Again, quarter size. I'm thinking here. In this, I'm going to go GEV and then Constellation Energy, GE. As we're almost there, GE Vernova looking up a little bit, looking 715. I have GEV 673.96 to buy it at 763.71 to short it after $49 worth of range yesterday. And you can go CEG, Constellation Energy. Okay, excuse me, guys. We're just 9:30 here, and it opens basically flat, and I have a 267.93 to buy it at 310.56 to short it. And let's get right into the morning moves. Just going off my list here, checking it twice. All that. Remember Apple earnings after the bell today, and WDC after the bell as well. Free to mention those. Okay, Meta from the get-go, 740. Okay, so moving. Now 738 and change, waiting on it. All right, 741. According to this, almost off the charts kind of thing here. Okay, now 734. Coming in pretty fast after it traded as high as what? 734. So coming in, $11 worth of range already, been as high as 744. Okay, I'm up at 773, but hang on. All right, just put it in just to have something in there. Okay, I'm gonna miss on that. Royal Caribbean trading 320. What I have Royal Caribbean here? Okay, so looking Royal Caribbean, I have it out there at 337.54, but I'm not going to put it in yet. But these are all gap ups we're seeing here. Waiting on it. Okay, and moving a little bit higher here. Okay, IBM. It's one of the top hits here, so to speak. Biggest percentage up movers for this morning. Okay, that was part of Royal Caribbean there. We're just seeing the end part of that. So I'm going to be a little more patient and wait for these to show up. So IBM might have way the heck out there, but I just want to show it because it's a big mover this morning. So right around 314, but I'm far off there. Okay, really far off there. LEV. Okay, 43.25. Where am I in love there? Southwest Air, 46.32. All right, flip side here. Hang on one second. Trying to get rid of something on the screen. Really annoying. All right, let's go First Solar right away because something's going on here. Okay, I better get something in there and look up some of this stuff. So trading 223. Okay, let's put it in 208.86. And I need to look up a couple other prices here in First Solar. So give me a second. It's right around 225 right now. I'm going to go 206.59 and 204.37. I'm not putting them in yet, just so you know. All right, back to what's doing here. Okay, Microsoft getting my attention right away and just putting in now Microsoft as I'm waiting for it to hit up. Okay, it's trading 430 right now. I'm 409.52. Just put in 409.52 there for Microsoft. Okay, not going to look anything else up yet for now, but got my attention right away. Put something in just to have it there. All right. Also showing up here, LVS, Las Vegas Sands. It's another one I'm going to have to put in right away. Okay, in with Las Vegas Sands. Waiting on it here. A little bit slow here. So what? Don't know why. Anyway, it's traded as low as 54. I am 52.83 for it. And put that in. I want to come up with another couple of prices here in LVS. Can go 52.25, 51.68, and put them in too. 55, 68. Put it in now. Of course, it's bouncing. Son of a gun. Okay, got me all excited there. Now it's bouncing, but we'll see what happens. Yes, we will. Also, things that are down. Service Now trading 117.87. Let's go to Service Now. NOW. Okay, so I'm 103.94 for it. Then I'm down a buck every entry point. So just for now, we're not going to look to put it in. Okay, not looking. It's trading 117 and change right now. Actually, up to 118 by the time it shows up here. Disconnect there. I see it's going down. Are we slow here? All right, that was just slow. Chart was a little bit slow. Yeah, 117s. My phone was right. Okay, I want to go MDB. Lagging a little bit this morning. I don't know why, but still go off the chart. Still can go off my phone. Anyway, point is MDB is down 25 bucks. And trading 380, 386, close to 386, 385 and change here. MDB, I have 369.70 for it. I just put that in. I want to come up with a couple of prices here because it can move. I mean, it's right now it's 383. So we blink and there goes MDB, right? So you know, 365.40, 361.20. 540, 61.20. Put in 65.40. Put in 361.20. Okay, so it's going to be the Carvana of yesterday. As we look at Carvana here, okay, I'm going to do my best to flip through this stuff. Only going to 10:30. Trying to save my voice a little bit. My nose is running like a spigot. That's on. So Carvana back to 433. All is well, maybe. All is well. Anyway, I'm up at 474 to short it, so I'm a good ways away there. Back to my phone, but I want to start going through our earnings plays as nothing else is super needy here. Wait, RCL. Yeah, all right. All right, so let's go RCL real fast because I'm going to want to put that in. Just put in RCL. Okay, RCL in. Going to short it 337.54. Okay, trading right around 328 right now. Has been, yeah, 330. Has been as high as 332. Okay, so that makes me find the other prices too. So I'm going to find two more prices here. For Royal Caribbean. On my sheet, just a ton, just a tremendous amount of earnings this morning. The nature of these days. Get across the short part of my screen. Okay, so just put in 337.54. 341.33. 33, and okay, just put that in as well. Okay, so two pieces out there in Royal Caribbean, and now let's get to all these earnings stocks. Let's get through these and talk a little bit on these. Okay, Meta, that's interesting, pulling in. Okay, has been as high as 744. So now down 723. Okay, so pulling kind of fast. We'll see. Is this going to be a fill and then some? All right, so that's interesting, most definitely. And I see why. Making a new high by that much kind of makes sense there. That come in some. Southwest Air LUV, get it moving up there. 46.32. Got to get in there. Okay, put it in there. And I got to find another price here. Hang on. Okay, 46.85, 47.38. 46.85, 47.38. Have them down, put them in right now. 46.85 in, 47.38 in. One more. 47.90. 47.90. Got it in. Okay, so four lots there. Four lots there is moving up. 45.78 right now. We'll check it. Check back to it in a little bit. Tesla. So we're 10 minutes in and jamming in. Oh, look at that Tesla. All right, look at that coming in pretty fast. I mean, not a huge amount, only 15 points, but coming in. So, all right, just put Tesla in, just have something in there for that. So 405.01 for Tesla, just a one piece. Okay, and it is $20 away. So see what happens there. Let's go to Caterpillar. Wait on it. If any tremendous words of wisdom to share with Caterpillar. Moving up here. Moving up pretty fast. Okay, let's see where it stands as opposed to the highs. Okay, 672 just made a new high. So that's pretty interesting. Caterpillar, I'm at 691.74 and just put that in just to have something there in Cat and continue to keep eyes on that. Unintentional rhyme there. IBM. So working on breathing, but that's overrated apparently. Okay, so IBM right around 317. Nothing really super important here. IBM started out, up but kind of hanging, starting to break out a little bit. Not seeing enough to do much more there. We'll go back to Royal Caribbean as I'm going through the list. Remember, I do have a couple of shorts out there in Royal Caribbean. Okay, and just push through there, push through. I got hit on my 337. So picked up a little bit of a short in Royal Caribbean. We'll revisit that in a few minutes. Okay, just say thank you here. Okay, just bought it back. Okay, RCL back real fast and say thank you. Okay, waiting on it because we just got it back 332.85. So thank you, Royal Caribbean. Thanks for playing. Hope to see you again soon. Take that any day, guys. Any day. The kind of moves we look for. We get that. It's a good feeling. But moving on. Let's go back to Dow. Dow Chemical, that is DOW. Okay, and we see Dow off a little bit. Okay, it's 26.21. So I have a 25.27 to buy it, but not expecting it to move much. So I'm going to hold off for now. I'm not going to put anything in. Service now, NOW. Okay, see, open down, moving down. Moving down slowly. I don't know much about this, but I think since it split not that long ago, I think it's way thicker. Uh, Showing up on watch list as the worst performer out of the stuff I have here, but 103.94 for it. I'm going to hold off there for a bit. I'm going Microsoft now. Also started on a down note. I think it's been coming back a bit, if I'm right. Nah, not really. Well, a couple of up candles here. 15 minutes in, I'm trying to catch my breath and trying to breathe through one nostril or something like that. I know too much info. TMI. But 13 points worth of range is pretty good here, kind of on the lower part of that, but trying to move up a little bit. I am pretty far away in Microsoft 409.52, but I did put something in there a little while ago. LVS did put a couple orders in there as well. When the stock dipped, was looking around 54. We see Las Vegas Sands now. Waiting. Really waiting. Ooh, slow for some reason. So 54.60. So kind of quiet. Little downward, a couple of downward candles. Come back and see that later on. LHX, L3 Harris. Waiting here. Big candle there. All right, big candle. Got up to 369. Obviously, I didn't have time to put in 372.12. Now it's 363.34. You know what? Hang on. Okay. Just put in 363.34. No, 372.12 rather. That's where it's trading. Okay, put in 372.12. And like I said, it's been as high as 369, but in fact traded there in that first candle. There are times we just don't have time, so don't worry about stuff like that. If you can't, you can't. But it didn't. So looking at Honeywell now, HON. Okay, moving up kind of slowly, all right, 225. I'm at 237.94 to short it, but noted, not putting anything in, but definitely noted for now. Okay, International Paper, IP. Okay, nothing much going on here, and pretty far away there. Lockheed Martin, LMT. Checking here. Okay, still a good, decent mover. Pushed up immediately, but not close in anything there. Take a few minutes here now, go through relative strength plays. I guess we're not going to get many trips around the world here, as far as looking at stuff. So I'll do the best I can. So we got a lot of stuff going on today, so just figure I'd mention that. As far as Seagate goes, what do we got for range? Kind of hard to tell the range here off the chart, but decent range, $12 worth of range. Made a new high, been over 450. I said 424.41 to purchase it this morning, just because the range was so big yesterday. I wasn't sure where it's going. So far, nothing to speak about. Charter, MDB, and Oracle and Palantir are my shorts on the relative strength piece. Charter, nothing yet. 189. Remember yesterday it creeped up pretty fast, but not the case today. MDB was going down, and I put a couple of orders in to purchase it. But lo and behold, it's bounced some back to 380s after coming into 374. And I was still pretty far away there. I still am 365.40, but pretty far away right now. But have it in just in case, and that part is good for the day. So we know that. Oracle looking down here. Okay, trading 166 has played the down and stay down game here. Okay, I'm 157.28 for it. Not doing anything there yet. Palantir. So we got anything going on here? Okay, see it pulling in pretty well here. I have it 147.73 to purchase it, and okay, just put that in, just to have it in there. So I have one piece of Palantir in there just in case, because it's been as low as 151, and I want to check real fast and see where else I might want to be in Palantir. Okay, find it. Hang on. All right. Okay, 146.10 and 144.33, and they're not in yet. Just a heads up there for Palantir. Okay, things we should look at before we flip through all these guys. First Solar. Yeah, we're 20 minutes in. I feel like everything's moving fast. First Solar, a couple of small candles after the first couple of moves there. Been below 220, now 223. Remember, I put stuff in 208.86 to have something in there. Excuse me a second. And just want to revisit Carvana. Which is sliding back down some now. You know, again, it's like, what do you make of it after such a huge day yesterday? Such a huge move. And trying to figure out, excuse me, what I can. Pardon me, guys. Switch to another tissue or napkin. So 425.26 now. Like the mid-market that moved yesterday in Carvana. All right, let's get to the list here because it might be one of our only a couple of chances we get to flip through this stuff. All right, so let's do this now. Let's go AMD. Okay, a little bit of a move here. I'm far away on both sides there. Just want to mention in passing. Did not price out any of the VAX stocks today. Had my hands full. Literally have my hands full right now. And that's the thing. That's the thing about earnings. It's craziness, right? But I'd rather have that stuff going on than not, than a boring market. CEG not doing much. GEV. Try to get through these kind of fast, and if they're not, overly important, we won't talk about them too much. Okay, GEV up some, but way the heck away to short that. First Solar we mentioned. Intel has earnings after the close today. I did see enough there to warrant crunching the numbers here, but not any kind of move here. Did do the quantum stocks, IonQ. Okay, again, not a big move. And you have to plan on moves here, okay, in spite of the lack of range lately in these guys. So If I say I'm far away, I'm pretty far away. You know, in the case of IonQ, really, really far away there. G Wave, a little less than a buck range there in G Wave, and 2186 to buy it. So I'm pretty far away to do something there. Rigetti, also starting to slide. Okay, seeing a couple of big down candles in these guys gets my attention. And Rigetti, seeing a 2079, I'm 19. Yeah, I'm exactly 19 to buy it. So that could get interesting. So chalk up, try to remember those guys. They might wind up being interesting. Micron, MU. Okay, up, but not much going on. Did make a new high, but kind of quiet. Maybe needs a little break. Maybe it's waiting for some other stuff to happen. I did not price out Pure Storage. I want to take a look though. PSTG. Okay, so pretty good range there. $2. Might have to see that later, but again, there's a lot going on. So Sunrun, First Solar and Sunrun are the only solar stocks I priced today. Okay, off $1. Sunrun this morning, I'm 19.11 for it. So seeing that move, going to want to keep an eye on that as well. So I first just going to write that down next to First Solar. I'm not going to put anything in. Okay, so nothing in there right now. Just making a note. Okay, WDC, which moved with Seagate yesterday and has earnings, I believe, after close today. But seeing a very narrow range there. I apologize for constantly running nose, but doing my best to deal with it. We're about 25 minutes in, going to 10:30 this morning, and just flip through that list and get back to what's going on here. Movers. Can I see Las Vegas Sands is giving it up some lower than it was? Okay, has been down in the 53.30s. And remember, did put in 52.83 there. So paying attention, even though it's bouncing back a little bit, keeping track there. First Solar, said before, we're 208.86 for it. And so your 2 has come off some. Okay, so that could well come into play. One big candle, and we're right close there. So I figured to mention those. And going back to things on the positive side, already picked up had the one trade in Royal Caribbean. Okay, do have another piece out there at 341.33. Okay, been as high as 339 and change on this spike, and then we got that. Love moves like that. Okay, all right, coming in now a little bit more, but so did not make a new high again, but looking like it might. Okay, it's it might push a little bit higher. We're right around the spot where we were first shorted. Okay, and like I said, at 341.33, probably should find another price here. So give me a second. Go to Royal Caribbean. If I can find it on here. Here we go. I do have the 341.43 in there. 341.33 rather in there. For another price on my spreadsheet, 345.13. Not put it in, but have it. So only one trade this morning, no RCL, but got us off to a halfway decent start. Anything else worth mentioning here? Where am I at in I find Love. Okay, Love. Yeah, Love we put in, and in Love we've seen it as high as 46.13. Okay, but I was at 46.32 in Love. Okay, and having missed the move there, I'm going to pull 46.32. Okay, so just cancel that. Have stuff in higher. Okay, which is fairly higher here, and it's like it was debatable there because it's kind of close, but far enough that don't want to have it in there. All right, let's go back through our list now. Let's get back through our earnings list. As we're about a half hour in, going for another half hour this morning. As my nose continues to run. Meta stabilized here. Okay, so going across. I'm not looking for a trade here because it gapped up. It's making a new high. You know, all that. So let's give it time. I know. Let's see. You know, I mean, the first 10 minutes, I was almost convinced it was going to start to fill. You know, get down below 700. Really see something significant as far as that went. And obviously that has stopped. We looked at Love. Now let's look at Tesla. Tesla, the whatever company, fill in the blank. You know, what are they now? Are they cars again? Are they robots? Are they, space exploration? Are they self-driving things? Anyway, another couple of down candles here in Tesla. Been back down on its low, just made a new low for the day. I put in 405.01 just to have something in case we had a couple of big candles. Haven't seen that yet, but going down, stayed down so far, hasn't really bounced back yet. Look at Cat. Cat, I did put a short in there just to have something in there. Small, because we're talking about almost a $700 stock. Okay, and see that got up around 680, was making me think I might get my short off, but been pulling back. And again, it's a move I like to see, right? Pushing up, pushing up like that, and then you get the backfill. All right, so I like that. I just wasn't particularly close this time. All right, so wasn't close, but made a move that hopefully I remember for next time. And I should look at IBM, and then I'm going to look at Deere because I didn't include Deere in there, but often that moves with Caterpillar as well. IBM said before, remaining quiet. So it was quiet before the earnings and quiet after the earnings, and that's a big difference from the last time the earnings came out because it opened down last time and went out positive, and then the next couple of days it really took off up above 300. So different scenario this time. What can I say? I mentioned I want to take a look at John Deere, which is DE, in case anyone didn't know. Waiting on that. Okay, and literally a cat-like move in that moved up. I mean, not as much because hasn't had the earnings yet, but started out a couple of big up candles, now a couple of big down ones, kind of along with what Caterpillar was doing. I want to go back to RCL just in case because we saw it looking like it might be moving back up again. And it's still hanging like mid 330s. Okay. Basically going across some since those first couple of candles. All right. So we'll just see what happens here. I know maybe it starts to fill. Maybe it breaks out. Get me short. Wouldn't be a bad thing. Get me short again. Dow Chemical, DOW. Okay, so down, like I said, was like a buck, basically, well, less than a buck away. It was like, 60 some odd cents away on the low, but doesn't move very fast. So that I didn't see the urgency to put an order in there. Okay, so different things, different stocks act differently. And Dow, I even question why I crunch the numbers on it this morning, but I felt the earnings situation merited it. Service now, okay, down 114s. Okay, I do have 103.94 in there, then down a buck from there. Okay, putting that first piece in there. Okay, so first piece of service now is in. Just to have it in there. All right. Okay, and eyes on, at least a little bit. Microsoft was bouncing back. Still waiting on it here. Nope. Okay, so Microsoft down toward the low. I do have a 409.52 in there. For a $400 stock that's down, 50 plus bucks, I feel like it should be moving more, but it does have $19 worth of range. So that makes it kind of interesting. LVS, Las Vegas Sands. Waiting on this guy. And it was before, was coming down. Do have a 52.83 in there. Hasn't approached like the 53.30s that it did earlier in the day. All right, about a buck away from there. Again, stay in there. Keep going through. Again, I always say that's what do we do? We go through these things. We check on them. That's the unglamorous part of this, if it ever is glamorous, which don't know about. Okay, so that LHX had that one really big candle both ways. All right, since then, not as much going on. Do have the 372.12 in there, but that's pretty far away, farther away than it was before. Still going to keep it in there. Honeywell, HON. All right, moving up here. Okay, moving on up slowly. Moving on up, and just to have it, put Honeywell in. Okay, so put Honeywell in the short 237.94. All right, and I get we're $11 away, but I don't like things sneaking up on me. Okay, IP. Ooh, coming in. All right. Okay, so IP has my attention. Okay, couple of big candles relative to the move here. I'm still far away. I'm still 37.75 for it as a first purchase. So I see the candles, and then I realize the move isn't that as much as we think it is, or I think it is. LMT, Lockheed Martin. Looks like can make a new high. Still pretty far away here. So we'll see. I mean, it has hung around these levels. It looks like it's going to push up some. So we'll see. Are there trades there yet? No, and I'm not. You guys know I'm not a big breakout person, so not really looking to do much there. Flip to the relative strength plays, and again, only 5 of those today. Seagate after the big day yesterday. Okay, so hanging up there. I mean, got up there, pretty much stayed up there. I did get one short in there that was profitable. I think it was like $2. Forget, but staying up. It's not pulling in like I thought it would. I said 424, which I thought was fair because that was like the start of the next part of this move. Right around in there. So I thought that was a good idea. It's more in my head than looking at the chart. Just strive to be automatic here. See a price on the spreadsheet and just come up with it right away, or have an idea where you want to be and then see the price. be it one or the other there, the way that goes, but hasn't. Point being, it hasn't moved in like that. Charter. Okay, making a move. It made a move early yesterday. It's making a move late today. All right, later in the day. I mean, still really early in the day. Let me put it that way. But making a move back. Okay, charter. I have it at 189. I'm not rushing to put it in, and it's only good till 11. But making a bit of a move after I missed it yesterday. Didn't quite get where I wanted to go, and then came in a lot. Not that I'd be in it that long. All right, MDB. What do we got here? Okay, going back down, and I do have orders in 369.70. Did I put in? Yeah, put in 365.40 and 361.20 as well. Yep, there we go. So, been as low as 371. So, getting close. Now it's 369. You know what? I got to pull. I just pulled the 369.70 because it's friggin' MGB and it moves like that. Again, my thought is gets close. Guess what? Big candle can blow you away. Don't want to get blown away by a big candle on the next move and have to focus on trading out of something because that monopolizes your time and you don't see other stuff as well and puts you in a spot. So it gets close, doesn't quite get there. That's the way it goes. And it also is a moving scale there. It depends on the stock. Really, the stock moving, knowing the stock or knowing what the stock might do, that changes whether or not I'm going to pull something or how close it is before I'm going to pull something. So just an idea there. Let's go to Oracle. Okay, we've been going for 40 minutes. I'm only doing another 20 minutes with you guys today, just the heads up there. Okay, Oracle still moving down slowly, but has been a little below 162, and it's a range here for the year. Okay, still got a ways to go, but it's really, had been 345 in September. After all the news and stuff and good earnings and a lot of good stuff. So really, the one tech that has really, really, really come off. Everybody else, it was on par with Micron, and we got Micron making new highs every single day. We got Intel making new highs prior to earnings last week, almost every day. But Oracle not happening. So that's interesting divergence there. And it's what makes the market fun. Speaking of making the market fun, Micron coming in a bit. I know I'm down like around 404, but thought I mentioned that it pulled in since we are looking at it now. Okay. And Palantir was down before too, to the point where I did put one order in, 147.73. Okay, and checking here, and here we are getting close. Okay, I'm sticking with the 147.73 for now, and I just put in 146.10. Okay, so I got two pieces in there. All right, and we'll see. I got to come back to it. Hoping to get me long, and then we'll see what happens with Palantir. Okay, so we got time. Let's flip through our whole list one more time here as time is moving, but that's good because it'll save my voice today just a little bit. Let's go AMD, and I'll be quick here unless there's something really worth saying. Okay, just want to check and visit and get through the more active ones one more time. Okay, so wow. Okay, AMD moving. Okay, so we just saw Micron pulling in. See AMD pulling in. Okay, and that gets my attention, even though I'm 237.90 for AMD. I'm not putting AMD in, $10 away, but okay. Okay, did it. Didn't quite make a new high today, but definitely pulling off. Since that first good candle, with the exception of one, we're seeing a lot of red here. So things catch my attention. AMD caught my attention there. CEG, Constellation Energy, then we'll go GEV. Okay, just a non-day here. GEV. All right, pulling back in after it looked like it was starting to get going. It's heading back towards 700, and I am pretty far away on both sides, so nothing exciting there. CoreWeave, it's had its moments lately, but past couple of days not so much. All right, and I am like I'm trading 101. I'm 91.45 for it to buy it, so pretty far away there. Carvana after yesterday. Is anything interesting happening? It was like middle of range from yesterday's 100 plus range, and sinking a little bit, but still kind of hanging out there. Uh, is 400 going to be an interesting number? I thought 400 would be a number yesterday, and it was for a little bit in the early afternoon, then plowed through, then couldn't make it, then got up there and stayed above there. So I guess 400 is still a number. We think of round numbers as being numbers, as being situational numbers, and I guess it is kind of. All right, First Solar, I do have in there. I do have 208.86 bid in there, and it's sliding. Okay, so down near lows 216s. So it's moving. It's not moving First Solar fast, but moving pretty fast. Since we're looking at that, let's look at Sunrun too. Okay, and Sunrun down around 2028. Like I said, in the low 19, so I'm pretty far away in Sunrun. After some, well, we'll call them big candles for Sunrun to start the day, going down there. Taking a look at Intel. Get the Intel on Intel, haha. Before the earnings later on today, and it's quiet. I almost thought that we're going to see a lot of quiet Intel today, and we are seeing it. But I did price it out because of the potential here, the potential moves here. I wanted to be around just in case it did move. But I'm far. I mean, it's trading around 48. I am 44.90 for it, and I'm at 52.17 to short it. So that's why I'm there. Let's look quantum because they did catch attention with the down candle. At least the other two did. IonQ, yep, a couple of decent down candles, getting more relevant. Trading 43.55 on 41.77 for it. So that's hey, could definitely happen. QBTS. Same kind of move. Yeah, even more so. Okay, even more so. More red. The candles, smaller candles, but more red. 23.30, and I'm 21.86 for it. So eyes on these boys and girls. All right. IonQ, QBTS, not doing anything yet. Ken Rigetti. Expecting to see some red. Yeah, seeing some red. Okay, so mid 2015, and I'm 19 for Rigetti, and guess what? Send. Okay, so just put in Rigetti. You guys are old like me. You remember a relief pitcher for the Yankees, Dave Rigetti, who was good actually. He was a starter too. Threw a no hitter against the Red Sox a long time ago, and he was also the San Francisco Giants pitching coach for a while. You guys might remember him as that, but pretty darn good pitcher. Just saying. Okay, those were the quantum guys. Last we looked at Micron. We saw it going down. We just saw AMD going down, and yeah, Micron went down a bit. I'm down 404. Where's my number there? No, actually, I thought it was 404. I'm 402.30 for it. But regardless, I'm down near 400. Again, kind of thinking that large numbers law there as far as that goes. Uh, WDC, let's take a look. And Pure Storage, we can take a look too. WDC was quiet. Again, it does have earnings later on. Okay, so sliding a little bit. How's that range? That range is okay, around $11. So the range isn't bad. And I did not price out Pure Storage, PSTG. And then I'm going to look at one VAC stock and look at Moderna. And if it justifies it, look at some of the other ones. Pure Storage. What did I say about candles? Pure Storage making a move here has been, getting back to that 70. Remember when it was hanging on around 70, hanging in kind of this zone between, maybe 69.50 and 71.50, hanging in there. I guess it's back to that. Okay, it came off pretty fast. I somewhat regret not pricing it out today. I do not think I would have been in the 70.50s to buy it. I think it probably would have been just under 60, just under 70 rather to purchase it. So free to at least mention. I don't know. See what happens as things go on here. Moderna, not really seeing it. Let's look BioNTech and Novavax too, just in case. BioNTech's, nope, don't mind that I didn't price it out. Novavax, I actually thought about Novavax. Coming up with some numbers in Novavax this morning. Okay, and Novavax is pretty quiet too. What did I want to go to here? Should go to MDB. Because that was relevant before. Okay, and MDB has been down there, and remember I did pull that. It went a little bit lower. Didn't trade my limit anyway, so I'm still 365.40 for it. So still a fair ways away there. LVS, we got to see here too, because that's getting closer. It has been closer. Okay, has been as low as 53.04. Now, dilemma is here in Las Vegas Sands, I left in the 52.83, and it's been down around 53. Okay, within 20 cents there. I got to think about it. And you know what? For now, I'm leaving in 52.83 for now. Okay, telling you guys, I'm leaving it in there. All right. Maybe I get a chance to get it now. All right, because it's coming back in toward there. So leaving it in. Just figured I'd mention that. And also want to mention Love, which I canceled. Southwest Air, I canceled that 46.32 offer. Okay, after it traded up to 46.13. And we see it's still hanging out up there. And I'm up at 46.85, so fair ways away. If a potential breakout happens here, maybe get a couple of up candles and happens for me there. Okay, let's get back. We mentioned Love now. Let's get back into some of the other names here. Let's go to Meta. My nose continues to run. Okay, and Meta's really, it's really calmed down. I mean, a lot of across $700 stock here turned into a yawner. $700 stock up $50+ on the day. Turned into a bit of a yawner. Okay, not moving quite as much. Tesla, remember Tesla, I did put in a 405 a one bid. Waiting on Tesla here. Getting near the end part of what we're doing. Hanging on, waiting on Tesla here. Okay, and Tesla has slowed up We'll see how things play out. Not moving as much as I expected on an earnings day. Still almost $20 worth of range, $19 and change, $18 and change rather worth of range. So continue to keep eyes there. Cat. Waiting on. All right, has really come off, since, putting my offer way the heck up there. And I mentioned, it was a snapback that I like to see. I just, blew it on pricing. All right. And, making a note, but came off pretty good there. Excuse me, and to a lesser extent, Deer came off. Let's see if that's still the case. Yeah, a little more sideways for Deer, a little more consolidation for Deer. IBM was quiet after initial move, or a bit, not even really huge additional move, but yeah. All right, now just kind of sliding with a little bit of consolidation. So not the same kind of thing that happened last time the earnings came out, where it popped back, opened down, and came back. Royal Caribbean, did get that one trade. At least I did something. All right, now moving back up. So maybe it gets through. Like I said, I mentioned before. It looks like popping its head out a little bit. All right, not going to play the breakout, but I do have the short out there at 341.33. Okay, and then I'll see if it works higher towards that. But I have that there, so maybe I'll get another trade out of Royal Caribbean, Dow Chemical, DOW. Okay, again, has been a little bit below 26. I am 25.27 for it, but not a mover. Not emphasis on not a mover. So I don't know what's going to happen there. Service now, I did throw a bid in down below, just below 104. Last I saw it was like around 114. And now, 115 now, so still hanging. It has been as low as 114. Not giving it up particularly fast. Microsoft. Okay, again, we're going to be stopping at 10:30 today, and I'll mention to you if you want to reach out to me, I'm at jgre910 at gmail.com. That's jgre910 at gmail.com, or maybe put a message on Telegraph, because I do check. I definitely checked yesterday. I did put in, add some trades yesterday and talk about some stuff, but always willing to talk to you guys. Microsoft, a lot of sideways here, since it first gapped up and gave it up some. LVS, we mentioned, and I said I was going to keep it in. Going back to it, just flipping through the list and going back and checking it now, we see that, even though it was sliding down, we got a bounce there. Okay, so has been, low 53s. Now it's bouncing a little bit, so kind of frustrating that hasn't quite worked out there. LHX, L3 Harris. Woke up with this really runny nose, and it's still super annoying. Okay, so LHX, since that big candle has slid some, now consolidating kind of within here. So maybe there's a trade within here. I don't know. If I decide to do something, I'll let you guys know. All right, just not hopping on the bandwagon right yet. Honeywell was moving up, and it got there and it stalled here. A couple of down candles, but I'll keep my eyes on it. Try to keep track of what's going on here. I have it out there 237.94. Okay, again, good ways away. IP, International Paper. Okay, so still coming down slowly. All right, now to the point. All right, just put an order in there. All right, just put it in and make a note of it. All right, so I'm 37.75 for it. All right, so bidding 37.75. Okay, been as low as 39.20s. Little bounce, but all that red gets my attention. And again, not a mover, just following it today because it's earnings day. All right, so that could be, that's the case with Dow, that's the case with LVS. All right, so that's just, more opportunity. All right, more opportunity out there for us. So try to seize the day, or carpe diem if I want to be like a Latin scholar, which I definitely am not. I really wish I took French and Italian way back when, but Latin would have been better because you don't have to speak it; you can just translate it, and they're probably better. It's probably better for your vocabulary in general. There. Okay, one last revisit to at least one quantum stock, Rigetti, and then maybe take a look at the other two. Okay, so Rigetti, hello, hello, hello. Will it go? A little bit of a cross here. So been still in the low 20s. I'm 19 for it. The other guys I don't have bids in, but just bring them real fast before I say bye bye. Okay, so yeah, not as much QBTS. I'm still fair distance away, and my on Q. What do we got going on here? On Q. All right, so I think I'm like 41.75 there, but I don't have those two guys in. Just the Rigetti, which I'm 19 for. But I'm going to call it here. All right. Be back again at 9:15 tomorrow and go to 10:30. I think that worked out okay. Hope it worked out for you guys because it saves my voice some, and that's about it. All right, guys, enjoy the rest of your day. And if I have anything super important to put on Telegraph, I will. Take care now.
What up, chat box? I'm in here. I'm just getting set up real quickly. Show that chart there. Share that. All right, move that over there, and then let's turn my camera on. All right, get my scene together. All right, in here, like somewhere, chat box. What's good? What's good? um. Okay, sorry. I have to get off TikTok for a second. I'll be responding to comments and whatnot, and I ain't gonna lie, I need to just let my mod do that. I be getting into it with them folks, chat. I be getting into it with them folks, but I'm a defend the brand. You feel me? I'm gonna always defend the brand, but I don't want folks to think that like because I be getting like slightly loud when I be speaking a little bit that like I'm like trying to be aggressive with nobody or nothing like that. No, it's really just because I'm a very passionate individual and I am especially passionate about the things that I've put my time and energy into. And like I understand that, everybody has different opinions and whatnot. And, I want everybody to know that I respect the fact that everybody has different opinions. Just to, you know what I'm saying? NCD Chef is pulling back right now. Let's take a look at that. But yeah, I just wanted to let that be known early in the stream, real quickly. Like, this little smudge on the camera, a little bit, make that a little bit clearer, a little bit clearer there. All right, let me move this. Put my comments up over there so I can have them chilling. Right, bada bing, bada boom. Bam, bam. All right. Okay. Jeez. Um. Well, that shouldn't be up anyway. Quit that. And quit that. Okay. Don't quit nothing else though. Last time I did that, it shut down the whole stream, and I was very upset. Okay. Let's take a look at the trade that we are already got in and got out of, and then got in some more, and got out of it. That's why you can't just tap into the live streams. You gotta be in the group chat, and you can't just be in the group chat. You gotta tap into the live streams because this entry here. So I've been stopped out in profit on a lot of it. Right now, I'm letting a runner go from this level here with the stop loss literally like just a few pips in profit. You know what I'm saying? So this yanked back a little more than I thought it even would, decide to do. Coming back down to these levels here, but it just gave me an opportunity to get more buys before it started running up and actually leaving us because on our higher time frames, clearing we made this high, yanked back from it, and now we're back in spitting distance of it. Right? I think once we cleared this high, I mean, like I like buy stops um to take it to this next level here. I love buy stops to take this here. Yeah. So um this level gets cleared nice and swiftly with a daily close. Like a 4 hour close would be cool, but it might still be consolidated. I would like a daily close above this level here, and I'm gonna pull this. I'll pull this. Well, no, I guess really just leave it right there. Okay, I have to check on that in a second. Why y'all always start hitting me up when I go live? Things are always happening when I go live. Um, okay, let me just take a quick peek at something real fast. Um, oh, okay. All right. Sorry, it's just a little bit of confusion going on. No issues, no problems for real. Um, I'm still working out the aspect of delegating all of the right tasks to the right people so that my job is much easier. Since I have algos running for me personally, my trading is kept to a minimal. You know what I mean? Like I'm in this NZD chef trade. I'm in a bunch of gold trades on a different account, and then I'm also in Bitcoin trades on that same account. But that's roughly it for me. You know what I'm saying? I'm not in a whole lot. I don't trade a whole lot of different stuff. I may go through a whole bunch of different assets, and I will get in like a day trade here and there. I'm saying like get in a trade if I'm on stream and it's a good setup, something like that. But for the most part, in my daily life, outside of what y'all see me doing this with y'all every day, I don't really be staring at charts, too much. You know what I'm saying? I look at news and data and things like that here and there throughout the day. I'm planning, I'm building, I'm coding. There's a whole lot of things that goes into being, the CEO of a multimedia and fintech company that also runs a prop firm. That's a mouthful, ain't it? Whew. I'll be 26 this year, y'all. My birthday is in July, and there are some goals that we gotta smack before that hits. You dig what I'm saying? Like, I need like 500 active traders. You feel me? On Sparrow funding, I need minimum 100 active Harmony users. We're pushing the numbers, and then shoot. I mean, like anything, everything else it is what it is. We go, whatever dollar amount we make is whatever dollar amount we make. I just want to grow the community of people because we have really good tools, we have really good traders, we have really good insights, we have really good trading conditions, and our very first trader, or very first fully funded trader, just got their very first payout yesterday. So, round of applause, everyone. I had to ask ChatGPT to validate my theory because I'm like, how many prop firms really paid out their first month in operation? Hint, hint. It's not many. Not many of them. Not many of them did. Which, you know, I don't know. We're kind of upper echelon. You know what I'm saying? And that payout smacked very fast. Like he requested it. I think it was maybe like 30, 45 minutes later. I don't. Well, I'm not sure. I know he reached out to me after he requested it to let me know that he had requested it. Because he's one of my affiliates, and I had went ran a quick errand, ran to the store, came back, and by the time I came back, I looked on from my end, and I'm like, oh, he paid. So I texted him, I'm like, oh, yo, check your dashboard or check your account. You should be paid already. And then he was like, oh man, I was in the bathroom. So in the time it took him to go to the bathroom and get out of the bathroom, he got his payout. You feel me? Like, meaningly within, give or take 10, 15 minutes or so. You know what I'm saying? So um, just to show y'all that the system works efficiently, you feel me, and that we do pay out. Don't get me wrong. Um, we're not one of those firms where we're gonna try to, find these random reasons to deny payouts. Listen, our rules are very clear and they're very simple. You feel what I'm saying? Don't don't hit the drawdown limits. Hit your consistency score. Don't do a bunch of news trading. You dig what I'm saying? It's like, listen, our rule in writing on the site says don't open trades before and after within 3 minutes of a major news event. Don't do it. Now, are we going to catch every single time it happens? Probably not. Probably not. Can you get away with a folder here and there? Probably. We're not worried about that. We're worried about problem risk takers. Those are the ones that are going to get their accounts snapped. That's how that happens. When you're just like one of those. And everybody knows what I'm talking about. When you're a real trader and you're just trading, you know what I'm saying? You're not just like, I'm gonna make it all today. You'll be all right. uh, so lock in, you feel me? Subscribe to the channel, hit the like button, sub button, and that bell icon, and make sure you tell your homies about us. All right, let's dig into some more assets. Let me refresh this tab before I share this. Where is my water? I need that. All right, crazy. So NZD Chef it went down to a plus 14 score yesterday, and uh, we said this on stream. Um, that was perfectly fine to get some more entries, and we did. And now we have a strong score again. So today may be even more of a push to the upside kind of day after this here pullback. Just knowing that fundamentally we're still just interchangeably very strong. You know what I'm saying? So uh the runner that I have, if that does somehow get stopped out, if price does pull back, I am probably gonna tap the buy button a few times again. It's just like, okay, I'll get more before you decide to leave. That's fine, because the next leg up is a pretty decent leg up. You know what I mean? Um, it's like, I guess this is a little ambitious, this level here, but I mean, depending on how inflows want to move over the next couple of weeks, we could see that over the next couple of weeks. Like, you know what I'm saying? Um, and regardless, once we clear this high here, I'm liking buy stops. So like, even if this does trickle down, stop me out, now I'm not in the trade anymore. Um, and I'm stopped out in profit. Stopped out in profit, of course. Um, you know, it's not going to be the end of the world. It'll just be an opportunity to get a discount as long as fundamentally it's still strong. We can take this on higher. Yep. And the risk of reward, it's just, I mean, for what we can see here, I mean, the risk reward is freaking amazing. I mean, like, look at this. I mean, this was, of course, that. It's like it doesn't get much better than that, because I still have one of these entries. You know what I'm saying? That's just stop loss at break even. And honestly, I didn't move it to break even until after this move, and I'm very glad I didn't for that. Like, it's a very small entry. I'm not making like a whole bunch off of it or anything, but it is nice to look at on the chart. When you just have one of those bangers, like, it's just nice to see it. Small lot size, and I did take some off of it already. But now I have the stop loss at break even here. So if this rolls over, stops me out of everything, then I will just take this level here as another buying opportunity, with very small stops up under this low here. Because I mean, if this decides to really roll over, then it's just gonna roll over. Nothing you can do. But the accumulation here, oof. I love this accumulation here. This is a very, very nice looking accumulation zone. I know that there's a lot of orders here, and this distribution here was very long, very, very long. So there is liquidity to move to, and I know that there is liquidity moving inward. Um, knowing that um, Nasdaq came down a little bit. I'm not mistaken. That coincided with some of these moves. Let me go. Let's take a look at SPX, not Nasdaq. I meant to say I misspoke. I meant to say SPX. Yeah, fucking oof, oof. Thing coincided exactly. Um, Jeez, Louises. I'm glad I wasn't paying attention and traded this. I didn't actually trade this. I said I was gonna trade it, and I didn't. It's not because I didn't want to. I wasn't paying attention. And if I would have traded it, I would have took the loss. You feel me? I would have just, it's not like, oh, I just knew not to trade it. Nope, nope. That's a L. That's a L. L reach for me. I thought we get it. I thought we might get a bounce off here. I thought we may get a bounce off here. This mug is down here now. I love it. I love it. Oh, this is amazing. This is beautiful. Um, I can buy some tech stocks. You know what I'm saying? The portfolio manager in me is like, ooh, I gotta check on some assets. Matter of fact, let's go ahead and pull up my list. We're gonna do that. We're gonna take a slight break on the take a slight break on the forex pairs and indices and whatnot. Getting a phone call. Um, going to have to leave a voicemail. um, I meant to have that muted. That's the business phone. I meant to have that muted while I'm on live. I'm sorry. But my assistant's not here right now, so she's not here to answer it. So we're down because of I forgot I did already have some QQQ on me, but let me see here. Yeah. So many things going on. Okay. I think I need to start taking the earlier live session. I think that's what I'm gonna do. Cause like this around this time, it starts to be like administrative duties. You know what I'm saying? And like I love it. I love my job, right? But I can't be live and fully present with y'all. I can't be live and fully present with y'all. If I still have to handle so much other ish. Political. Okay. Yeah. So we're buying a basically okay, yeah, I just got a notification about EEM. I think EEM is ready to be bought. Let me see. Let me see. Is EEM in my zone? Yes. Yes it is. Yes it is. It's filled in this gap here. It has filled in this gap here. So forget what SPX gonna do. Listen. Finna put a little bit more on EEM. You understand me? Let me go. Let's see the share size real quick. Because there's calculations and whatnot. I don't just buy like a strict number of shares or anything like that when I'm allocating. Based on what's happened in the market, there's a fractional amount. It's like a number of shares plus, a specific half or percentage of another share or whatever. But that last percentage or half of a share is based on how the market is moved. It's sort of dollar cost of a dollar cost averaging way to deploy capital, which is kind of the best way to deploy capital if you do it the right way and it's diversified the right way. You just gotta know what you're doing a little bit. You'll be good. Okay. Yeah, there we go. To a okay. Oh, I forgot. Yes, I forgot. I have to do this from since everything is upgraded and high level now. I have to actually do my orders from um the trade workstation. Like I can't just well I mean like I could they failed the network error. Better try again. You better try again. Is it because I'm live right now? Oh man. Yeah. Probably is. Okay. We're pulling up on 10:54 anyway. You know what I'm saying? I do my 30 minutes and then I let y'all go ahead and go on about y'all day ski. So that's what I'm about to do. I have to go ahead and handle some administrative duties. All right. But I'm gonna be back on tomorrow. And I believe I'm gonna sit on it, debate on it. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna simmer on it a little bit and really see how I feel about it, right? And if it's what I deem to be necessary, I think it is necessary for me to do the earlier live session. Um, I just have to really get into the swing of that and get on before get. I was doing it. I was doing it before. I used to be before gym. Now I'm after gym. Now I'm gonna go back to just opening up the show, being before gym, giving it to Jim, letting him have it, and then going to our other hosts from there, so that during this time, like 9:30 to a 12 is like if anybody's having any issues, that's when it happens. You know what I'm saying? Or if anybody has any questions, that's when I get asked them. Or if it's time to that's when it's really just time to be the boss. You know what I'm saying? So um now I understand why in most establishments the manager doesn't pull up till 10 o'clock. I understand it. Being the boss, I get it. But I love y'all. If you haven't already, go ahead and hit that like button, sub button, and that bell icon. All that's going to tell the algorithm there's good content. It needs to be pushed further. All right. I love y'all. Make sure you're kind to somebody. I'm going to catch you on the next one.